This is the GV Podcast, a variety review podcast featuring two of the three idiots giving their thoughts on cartoons and anime. This is an opinion-based podcast, and there's no way we're saying our thoughts and opinions are objective. Keep this in mind and enjoy the show. Man, I sure do not like enjoying watching Sword Art Online.
Did I just have a seizure?
I gave you one, yes.
You gave me an aneurysm telling me that.
Ugh.
Hello, everybody! My name is Mayhem.
I'm Jitsu.
I'm Duke.
And today we're talking about the Green Island arc of Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Hunter x Hunter.
I will kill you.
They
One
played-
of these days.
They played Minecraft.
Actually, in all fairness, there's actually a discussion about that, because there's Hunter x Hunter, but then there's Spy X Family.
Yeah.
And, you ask certain people, they'll tell you, oh yeah, no, it's Spy X Family. Or, but that same person will say, no, it's Hunter x Hunter.
Because the way he spaces out his words, Togashi. The way like in chapters and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. So if you were to say Hunter x Hunter, would you say every episode that way?
Oh man, you're watching the episode, what's its name? Renewal X Recovery X Finally?
Yeah, basically. Anyway, non-spoilers. This season. So, I'll say this. For anybody who wants to watch Hunter x Hunter, basically the best way to put it is that Greed Island is a smaller arc where it really pushes your limits on how much you want to watch.
I'm at my limit.
It's a huge info dump.
Yeah, it's an info dump. There are some good moments, I will say that. There are some really good moments in this arc. I will say that. There are some moments that are my absolute favorites. I'll just talk about them in a little bit.
Okay.
But when it comes to the bad parts of this arc, that is the main thing of it has such a point where it gets so boring.
I think it's about 80-20.
It's about an 80-20, yeah. I'll say this, some people would probably say, all the new characters suck. No, the main two characters that were introduced in this arc were really good. And, that's a big
one of them
thing.
just didn't have a good first impression.
Yeah, they have a good first impression. The other one was perfect. Beyond perfection. But,
why
anyway,
is that, Duke?
Because it was one of my favorites. I'll tell you why after. Anyway.
We also get introduced to a new character in this arc, right?
Yeah, we got introduced to two new characters. Yeah,
One
we'll
of them was of the arc, the other one is more of the, of the story.
Okay.
The blonde hair girl, yeah, Bisky, and then there was Razor, who was the villain, for a small portion of it.
The smiley guy who blew up the boat.
Dodgeball.
Yeah, Razor.
Yeah, that was cool. Anyway, we'll probably cut that a little bit.
But what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Mayhem, your thoughts on Greed Island?
I tried to enjoy this arc.
I tried so hard
and got DMCA'd.
It was... I enjoyed this arc, honestly. It wasn't the best. It was really boring. I really was about to fall asleep, but there were good character moments for Gon, for Killua.
I understood why this arc couldn't have been 2 episodes, but the feelings that I had.
It should have been closer to 13.
Yeah, it should have been a lot because it felt so dragged.
It dragged,
and towards the end, it was kind of getting rushed, and you could feel that the writing was okay, let's get on with this.
It's okay, here's the thing, we're done. Ah!
God, that is a problem that I've noticed in some different anime, where there are certain arcs that they really just we'll take our time with this, and it doesn't fit. If you drag too much, people will notice.
Yeah.
The obvious ones include stuff I'll say this, My Hero. There was a season where it was very obvious at one point that they got to a certain point and they were we'll go ahead and take our time with this one. And it was no, because you got a bunch of stuff you got to do in a little bit, and that's going to cram it. Yeah. And they did that. They had one arc drag, while the other arc felt rushed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's balance, and there was a balancing issue.
Yeah.
Where, all of a sudden, the setup was longer than the payoff.
Yeah.
That was where the balance wasn't proper in this.
As for my opinions on the story, honestly, I would say that most of the stuff that had to do with the main characters, solely the main characters, nothing of the game itself, that was fun.
Yeah.
When it had to do with, like, dodgeball stuff, like, just fun game stuff.
Them just hanging out.
Gon and Killua growing, that was good. Meanwhile, when it was like, here's the main villain of the story, that was lame. Now the story. So, Gon's dad made a video game called Green Island.
Green Island? Green villain? Ooh!
Our base, the video game island.
Ooh.
That's totally a video game
Trust us.
and not a real place.
Source, trust me, bro.
Trust, just fucking trust.
Jinzu, you would be the okay of the big people on that island. Who would the three of us be then?
So you would be Razor.
I'd be Razor. Okay. Thank you so much for that compliment. Like, that's so nice of you.
Yeah, you psychotic bastard.
Yeah, you psychotic bastard.
I just got a pointed finger from Jinzu. I'm scared now. What do you got from me?
You.
You'd be that last guy in the room who gives away the last card. What was his name? What was it?
The guy at the end
Dune
with the dirty room.
Dune with a W.
Yeah. Dune, date, Dune. All right.
You would be Dune with a W.
No, that was Jinzu, I say.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Oh, no, I understand what you meant.
I'm scared.
You.
No, I was gonna say you're Gene.
Gene?
The absent father.
Gon's dad.
I wouldn't be an absent father.
I wouldn't be a father at all.
I would just kill him.
Instead of literally spending my entire life ignoring him.
And setting up a very long goose chase.
Just to be like, no, I don't want to meet you.
Because I know he'll want to find me, so I'm going to fuck around with him for a couple years.
We'll talk about how terrible a dad Gene is.
Yeah, I think he takes the cake for worst father in anime.
What are people talking about? Like, Goku is the worst father in anime. No, it's Gene.
It's Gene, man.
Because of one thing that Goku does in the Buu Saga.
Okay. No,
Goku
Cell
doesn't
Saga. That's the one people point at.
Oh yeah, Cell Saga. I don't want to come back to life.
Well,
Goku...
also flicking the Senzu to Cell.
That was
the point.
That
was to help his son grow, but still stupid.
I don't think that would be like a direct bad father sort of thing. I think that's just idiot.
Yeah.
Hey, trust me, there were people that pointed that scene and said that was proof that he was a bad father. Anyway, no, that was the problem of, like, there's a lot of bad dads in anime. This one is a direct, like, realistic view at a genuinely bad father. And that's the thing that makes him worse. The fact that you can look at him and be like, okay, the weird thing is I can 100% see a psychotic bastard who does this shit. Of like, I don't want to see my son. Here's 50 million hurdles in order to find me.
Yep.
It's like, that is so messed up.
At least he left the trail.
At least he shows that he loves me. No, this means the exact opposite.
This means the exact opposite.
He literally said he's not going to be a good father.
Remember, if you want to kill my kid, that's fine. But don't underestimate him. You're saying it's okay that he kills your kid.
Well, he has in that scene he showed confidence and pride in Gon. Going like,
imagine if Gon was like a normal kid having to go on this adventure.
And
so he gets to this point and like this is where his luck runs out. It's just like he's just like a pretty normal kid. And it's just like, he told me not to underestimate you. So, oh my god!
Oh, he's dead now! Oh!
You know the clip of him fighting Hisoka and Hisoka smacks him down and some watermelon splattering all over him?
Exactly.
That's where he would die. If he was just a regular kid.
You're gonna have to edit that. Have fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it super loud.
Ugh. Anyway, for the story. Back to the story, because Jesus Christ, we deviated quick.
Digress.
Yeah, I digress.
You digress? What color?
Why'd you look at him like that when you made that joke? Are you gonna play
I don't think the breathing is being picked up by the mic.
Can I put my butt?
Are you gonna
have fun with that?
Are you gonna put the sitcom laugh track?
Anyway,
it's me recreating it on my own.
Yeah.
So, I feel like the quickest way to punish you when you do something stupid is just peek the mic in some way. Because you'll be listening with your headphones and just...
I mean, I do that to myself, so I'm kind of used to it.
Oh, there you go. You're just deaf at this point. Anyway.
What?
We go to the
What?
we get to go to the game because Gon and Killua joined a program. It doesn't really matter to
Arbitrary
go
reason
in.
to get the heroes into the story.
Arbitrary reason to get into the story. They join the game.
They
and
have literally no stakes or caring whether or not that they succeed or not.
In all
It's
honesty,
called intrinsic action.
in
Things
all
have to
honesty,
happen.
the game itself does not matter. Like, it's this whole story of, like, you collect cards, and there's a whole trade thing, there's a whole, like, you can summon items. Doesn't really matter.
Would you play this or Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh! 100 times over!
Okay.
I would play.
It'd be a harder question if you said modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like with all the link cards and shit.
Huh?
Exactly.
I don't even know that. Huh?
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 I don't even know what that is.
What?
Huh?
Who? What?
But yeah, I was so hoping that there would have been like a joke with like them having nicknames or something like that in the game.
Well, technically there was one nickname, but it wasn't a nickname. It was just a dude messing around.
It was the
'Cause-
Zodiac Killer.
Yeah, there only one person in basically the entire game changed his name, and it ended up being Hisoka, who changed his name to Crollo for some reason. Anyway, the main bits of the story is essentially that it is Gon's quest to finish the game and be able to see his dad. And along the way, they meet a girl by the name of Bisky, who is a 50-year-old woman.
Yeah,
And at first, I was so worried when we met her because it made it seem like she was going to be that type of character that was going to slowly break up the duo, and then they'd have to come back together towards the end. That's what my first impression when I first saw it. I was like, oh god, this is going to be a 13-episode journey. It's going to be stupid. And it's like, nah. She just looked at him and was like, nah, these kids are fun. Let me teach them. I'm going to be their teacher now. And so she becomes their Roshi.
Yeah, because when you're a teacher and you see
potential.
it makes you go crazy.
Yeah, but
You're
remember
like-
what her first line was?
Learn!
Are you learning it?
I don't know. Did Caligula learn? Good! You're learning!
Good, it worked! Learn!
Like that. Good, my whipping works.
Anyway, we'll get to that eventually. Anyway.
Titties. Hey, fuck you.
You guys will know later.
Anyway.
Oh, it was quiet. Hold on.
No.
Dead Space.
So, what ends up happening is she teaches them some more practice. If their first teacher by the name of Wing was the one who taught them how to use Ki, this is the person that taught them how to use the Kamehameha.
No,
That's the best way to put it for me.
No, actually,
No,
in
no,
more
it's-
comparison, it's the Kikoho.
What?
Hurting.
I saw it as like this is like Wing was Roshi and then Bisky was King Kai.
Spirit Bomb. You equated
No,
this to
Kami.
Spirit Bomb.
Kaioken.
And Spirit Bomb and Kaioken. Yeah.
If I would put it in terms of Dragon Ball, it's like I imagine all of this in terms of like original Dragon Ball. This is the difference between Roshi over to like what's his name, Korin and Kami.
Yeah.
Like those two, where it starts getting to the point of like, okay, now there's some special stuff you're gonna learn.
You now know the Spirit Bomb and Kaioken.
You're gonna swim with rocks.
You're gonna throw
Drink this
rocks.
water. Drink this water. Anyway,
I got beans, kid.
Gummy Bean Daddy.
so what ends up happening is he learns all these different special stuff. Main stuff is like he gets to learn how to like more focus his energy. Like that's the big thing. This arc, he gets to learn how to focus his energy and have his own like super move essentially,
And Gon finally gets a color to his Nen.
like a gold and orange color. Yeah.
Yes, and as long as it was actually something and not just white, I was fine.
And his power is now inspired by rock, paper, scissors.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think of that little element, by the way?
Rock!
I think it's very in character for Gon. but
Yeah.
while still being creative.
I like the way they describe it, of like, the way to pique his interest is, hey, rock, paper, scissors was originally invented as a way of, like, hiding martial arts. The moment he heard that, ooh, I like that. I'm gonna do that specifically.
Rock,
Oh,
paper,
the
s-
mix-ups.
No, that makes
Oh my god, we forgot to talk about Killua's new powers.
Oh yeah, he's tasing himself.
But rock, paper, scissors was invented by Fortnite. I might cut that.
I hope you
No,
keep
keep
it
that.
to keep
Keep
your
that.
stupidity.
Keep that and keep that. I might cut that.
Anyway, so Killua, what? Because they got Killua, because of the fact that they got to learn new powers in order to get stronger. He goes, "Hey, let me just use what I'm used to," and he starts charging up his nen and tases himself. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna harness the electricity from that.
Yeah.
How's that transmuter thing though?
Plot.
Transmuter is changing one thing into another thing.
Okay.
I-
Transfers pain into
He's.
electricity.
I think what it is he's transforming his actual nen into electricity.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
And
goes
obviously
Super Saiyan.
electricity would hurt him, but he's not. But he's used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a messed up line. Of like, wait, your power. The only way you could have done that is from years of experience or years of trauma, and it's like, yeah.
Right.
Let's just say I have
Right
some
on the
family.
money.
Just like, yeah, let's just say I have a bit of family trauma. And just leaves, and it's like, go to a therapist!
You can't just emotional dump on us like that.
Go make some friends. Besides Gon.
Gon is literally
Definitely
the worst
besides
person.
Gon!
Definitely not Gon.
Seriously, befriend like Leorio or something.
Yeah.
He's normal.
Or Killua. Or not Killua.
Be friends with yourself.
Be friends with
Yeah,
yourself.
before anyone else, be friends with yourself.
But anyway.
Why would I be friends with him? He's a loser.
Bam, no facts. Anyway, to continue the story, the major parts of the story that matter is that partway through, they go for what is meant to be one of the last few cards, and the card in question requires them to challenge a group of quote-unquote pirates to a battle, and each of the battles is just like a sports game. That I liked. Like, that little twist that it wasn't going to be all of them were fighting. No, they were also going to be, like, sports matches. I liked that a lot.
But sumo.
Yeah, no, one of them was sumo, one of them was wrestling, but the majority of them were just normal, like, sports events. Like, gym games. It was really cool.
Jim games. Hi, I'm Jim. These are my games.
The Nintendo Switch has games.
Has games. The Xbox One does not.
But, no, the big stuff that happens is, like, they find out, like, how this game works, and they go, time out. Let's lose all this, get some stronger guys, and come back. And so
All
they do.
you guys suck. Throw the match.
Okay, I gotta change my team.
Most
from
of the
Pokemon.
guys leave. Most of the guys on their team leave.
Yeah, it's literally what happens when you challenge a gym in Pokemon with the wrong types.
Yeah.
Razor's literally just the fighting gym.
Yes.
It's a fighting gym,
And
yeah.
They came in with too many normal types. And I'm like, well, gotta switch
Speaking of
things up.
which, yeah, no, now we get to talk about forgot to mention more about Bisky, but we'll go ahead and talk about the two new characters this season. The first character, the teacher, Bisky, otherwise known as Biscuit.
Biscuit.
I gotta say,
Biscuit, nugget in a
her initial introduction was terrible, but everything else after that, like, really helped build her up.
I love her
Like,
true
that
form.
made her better.
I think her spoiler-free remark was pretty good.
Her true form is
Well,
pretty
no, it doesn't matter about spoilers. Go ahead.
When
We're in the spoiler area.
Spoiler-free remark. So Gon's dead.
good. Spoiler for remark. So Killua killed Leorio and Kurapika
No, but
so that he could attain
moment
the
you liked
ultimate
with
power.
Bisky.
When she actually showed why she does what she does.
Her true form?
Like, her true form is that she's the super buff
She's a JoJo character.
JoJo character.
She's buffer than Jotaro.
And she...
I just looked at Jin's face, and it was just oh no.
Especially part 6 Jotaro.
Especially part 6 Jotaro.
Yeah.
Or part 5 Jotaro.
Or part 3. Wait, what?
No.
Or part 2. You get it?
He was not even conceived. His mother wasn't even conceived yet.
So, exactly.
Anyway.
So that's pretty...
Anyway.
So you can be buffer than that.
Anyway. So.
I can beat up a child.
No.
You can, but
No, but
you can't.
One has a moral obligation, too.
That happens later in the arc, I'll say that, but it was so fun when it was shown off. Like, she had revealed early on, like, I'm a 50-year-old woman, and this is how I present myself.
I present myself as a 10-year-old.
I present myself as like this young girl, and it's like, okay, but why though?
But I'm
and it's
actually
like
a 50
then you see her true form, and it's full on just the Dio meme of like it was me, Dio.
It's going from Sailor Moon to revealing that it was Dio in cross-dressing.
Basically, imagine that moment of like Dio where he's like got his back turned away from the camera where all the shadows are there.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what her form is.
Yeah.
But a lady.
Also known as hilarious.
It was the funniest thing ever. And I'll say, like, she had several other moments where it was funny that I know you didn't like some of the moments, but I did find them really funny. Like, the big thing, when they go to make their new dodgeball team, or their new sports team in general, essentially, the first person they go to, they thought it would be Crollo because he was listening to the game. Nope, it's Hisoka. And
no!
Yeah.
I know. I actually did like this.
That scene was funny.
Okay, you did find this funny?
I love that Biscuit's a pervert for Pretty Man.
Yes.
And it doesn't help that he's literally.
And then it was also really good that they revealed, like, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm falling for him. It's like, no. I also recognize that he is a liar.
I recognize that I can make him worse. He'll make me worse!
But, she... there's this moment where, because when they teleport to him, he's apparently bathing at that point. And so... he steps out of the water because it's Hisoka, and you've got Gon and Killua just staring terrified. This like glowing energy pours out.
This is the point where Hisoka officially gets put on a list.
Yeah, but yeah, no, you see that, and they're just like looking like, oh god. Meanwhile, you've got one guy looking and sweating like that they brought with.
One of the guys. He sounds way too like. Oh my god! Like, it's just like,
yeah.
Oh, jeez! And it's just like, you good?
And
it's just one of the random guys that's with him.
Who was it again? I forgot.
It's the most basic looking dude possible. His main feature is that, like, he's got a bit of that, like, I don't even know how to describe the haircut.
Pompadour?
Mohawk? It's not a pompadour. It's where, like, it goes in, like, that, just up.
Faux
Mohawk, maybe, yeah, I guess.
Where he still has a head of hair.
Yeah,
it's just stylized.
Yeah,
That's a
faux
Mohawk is you still got the mohawk, but you just like hair.
But it's FAUX, like trench faux.
It doesn't matter. Anyway,
we're doing a haircut podcast now.
Anyway,
actually, how about it's a fuck you pose.
So Hisoka walks out with his dick out.
Yeah, and
I just had it. You know what just popped in my mind?
What?
You know in Hiffle
yes,
but with Hisoka and Dio.
Yeah,
100% fits.
But
Dio. He walks out and he looks like that. And mind you, whenever he's got his hair down from being wet,
you're approaching me.
He goes from the usual like weird clown dude to like a Tumblr pretty boy. And
Tumblr pretty boy.
Yeah. Boy.
Yeah. And so he pops out like that, and you've got Bisky looking and sweating and just smiling. And she's got
like it
the
pans
faces
over.
in this arc are the best. The faces in this arc are the absolute best
of the three. Like
of the three,
like of Gon, Killua, and Bisky.
You just see her. Oh! And she just looks up and quickly turns away. It's just the fucking faces that she makes. I was absolutely dying when I saw those faces.
I hated them.
Anyway,
but it made me laugh.
He joins their team because he's like, it'll be fun. And
why not?
Yeah, why not? And we get one more joke.
Don't mention this joke. Why are you mentioning this joke?
I gotta mention because this was one that made me laugh so much, and we've mentioned this to you before the arc of like they're walking. It's like I don't know if we can really trust him. Like all this talk of like I don't know if we can trust him. And then it goes to Hisoka just staring, and you see where he's staring, and then Gon and Killua are just like,
I feel
up front!
We can feel you looking at us, get in front of us.
Yeah. That, I lost my shit laughing.
I hate it.
Good.
That was disgusting.
I'll stab you in the throat.
With this knife.
It's Hisoka. What do you expect?
That isn't it.
With this
And anyway, what ends up happening is he joins the team, and now we get to talk about the other new character of this arc that was important, Razor. Razor was really cool because he reveals that he was actually friends with Gon's dad.
He's an admin.
And he's an admin. He was one of the people who made this game.
Welcome, my kittens.
He was a prisoner.
Don't fucking
He was originally a prisoner who had like murdered people, and he was taken in by Gene.
The casual way you said that, he used to be somebody that murdered people?
This is a show where it is casual.
I don't...
Like Killua.
Oh.
Yeah! Killua is a murderer!
Yeah.
Anyway, we get Razor, who used to be a murderer, and now his main job is just being essentially like this one of the final bosses for this game. And he's also supposed to watch out and make sure no one breaks the illusion of the game.
Yes, the World 8 boss of New Super Mario Brothers, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Which, yeah, no, that's the other thing of, like, the people that they're fighting, the pirates, those are also convicts.
Yeah, and it's revealed that what is the whole thing about Greed Island, the game?
It's a real island in the real world.
Yeah.
With weird, funky nen.
Like it's the only thing preventing people from going to this island is Razor coming up, telling them to leave, teleporting them away, and then blowing up their form of transportation.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Which, yeah, that's a side. What did you just say?
He's a firewall.
And then it's better because he threw a fireball.
Anyway. So...
Well, at least you're scoos.
Neither am I.
What? I'm not safe to drink either.
Anyway. So Razor, he's meant to protect this island, essentially. He's the main admin that physically protects the island. And...
Yeah, because the Phantom Troop tries to come in.
That is the side story that's happening at this point.
And fuck shit up. And then...
The Phantom Troop comes in because there's... One of the big things is that there's apparently some kind of mystic dude who can fix Krollo, and he's on the island.
He can exercise
an exorcist on the island, yeah.
That can free Krollo of this curse of no nen.
Yeah. And so their entire thing is that they go in and do that. Like, Hisoka helps out at one point to get the exorcist for this. But the other big thing that goes on with the Phantom Troop is the reveal that one of their new members is a member of the Zoldyck family.
Yep. But not just any member.
What?
Where I missed an episode.
Mayhem. Go ahead.
Killua's little sister.
Or brother.
Oh. Oh no.
Illumi.
No, not Illumi.
Not Illumi.
It's the one that was always with his mom. The little kid that was always with Killua's mom.
Looks like one of the attendant dolls in Demon Slayer.
Yeah, with the full like traditional Japanese dress. And
Silva.
The hedgehog?
Do you want me to mention whether or not that is
no, Silva Zoldyck.
Do you want me to mention if that is either Killua's brother or sister? Or do you want to hear that later?
Oh, I was just fucking with...
Is it his sister? Is it his sister? I stabbed now.
Hey, Mayhem.
Uh-huh.
What did you think of Killua's brother?
Illumi?
No.
The fat one?
Kim Jong-un?
No.
His mom?
His father?
The one that accompanies his mom.
Abdul?
His little brother that accompanies his mom.
Gon?
Anyway, we'll talk more about that in the future.
I've already repressed these memories.
When it becomes a major event.
I still have the nightmares.
You can't ignore it.
Oh, I can.
Anyway, so the way that this arc essentially finishes is, like, the important parts that finish include a massive fight with all these different sports, and it leads to my favorite part of the arc, the dodgeball tournament.
Yes, I will say that the dodgeball area fight...
Dodgeball game, yeah.
Was
that
Y'all
massive
don't fuck
fight.
with dodgeball, you don't fuck with anything.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
You can dodge a car, you can dodge a ball.
If you can dodge Gon, you can survive.
But yeah, no, this entire bit of the arc
You
was
can live
so
another day.
fun. This one was so fun because it wasn't just you have to punch your enemy and done. No, it's you have to go in and you have to actually strategize on how to hit your opponent with the ball.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun the way it did it.
And the ref was actually fair.
That was my favorite thing. They had an artificial ref who wasn't somebody who was like, oh, I'm going to cheat for my side. It's like, nah, fair for both sides.
I'm gonna pull a Chaozu
I'm gonna do an umpire
and kill myself.
and call all of those balls strikes.
Totally.
And-
Nobody's gonna be upset about it at all.
Anyway, so what happens is there's this massive fight where we get to show off how much Go and Killua have grown. And we also get a 3v1 of Gon, Killua, Hisoka versus Razor.
Yep.
And it is the most fun part of the entire arc.
And they're booling.
Just that moment
No
where...
balling.
Just the moment where Killua, he's holding the ball for Gon, and he goes like, okay, are you ready? And he's like, yeah, I'm ready. And he loads up his ability and just punches the ball and does it is the coolest scene in the show so far.
Yeah, the reveal of Gon having that golden name.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, punch,
Rock,
basically.
rock,
I
paper,
really
nerd.
like what they did with how they established that Killua was getting messed up from being
Yeah.
the T
Yeah.
in T-ball.
And then it leads to all three of them having to work together. Like Hisoka also got messed up earlier because
He caught the ball.
he caught the ball at one point and it broke like 3 of his fingers.
Ah,
And like this show is so damn aggressive with how it shows injury.
yeah.
But
And
with
the
this
character's just shrugging it off like nothing.
They're just like, yeah, I've done this before, and it's like,
like,
what?
with this one
3 fingers broke.
They
Well,
team up. Gon punches the ball over and goes to hit Razor, knocks Razor out of the area. No, he hits him, but Razor manages to punch it back, and it's like, well, all you guys have to do is dodge out of the way. And Gon's like they're saying about Gon of like he can't dodge, he because of his honor and all that and bullshit.
But honor!
And then what happens to Gon? He clocks out.
Huh.
He just passes out and is like, oh, well, that's one way to go past your pride. And the ball goes, and it's like, yeah, all you had to do was avoid the ball now. And what does Hisoka do? Let me go ahead and use my ability and go for 100% win. And he just grabs the ball with his power, like it's still spinning, and launches it back.
I'm no bitch.
Why didn't you do that in the beginning?
It launches it back, and it causes Razor to be pushed out of bounds. And it was so damn cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this entire part is my favorite.
Yeah. We get a whole calm down moment for that, and then it goes back to the main story, which, once again, main story, it's literally as simple as there's some kind of murderer in the game who is trying to beat the game before anyone else,
The Zodiac Killer.
Gon and Killua end up defeating him. The end.
But they do a really good plan where, like, trapping him in a hole and then dropping a rock, like a giant rock on him.
Yeah, there were some cool moments with the final fight, but overall, the story leading up to it wasn't much.
Because, one, it wasn't paced good, but two, it's just after the Phantom Troop. That how good
The
of a
Bomber
villain-
is not a good enemy to replace the Phantom Troop.
Yeah, like replace as in like just the main threat of this arc.
He just wasn't very impactful.
Yeah.
He was just like, I'm so evil, trust me. I have these arbitrary rules.
I'm
Anyway,
evil, trust.
obviously, very obviously, Gon ends up beating the game, and he gets to meet some more people, and it's like, yeah, no, we're the admins who built this game, like, all of us used our names to write out the name of the island, Green Island, and G stands for Gene himself. And they go, yeah, you can take any 3 cards back with you.
Yeah,
And-
these super powerful card items.
The main
you can take
2
three
cards.
of them with you.
The main 2 cards that they end up bringing are specifically, there is for Bisky, they bring this little gemstone that was just her entire reason for being there was just I really like the look of this stone. I want it.
I want it.
And that was funny to me.
I want it. Material item. I want it.
I like you and I want you.
Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
It gets big as fuck. Oh, so you want to do this the hard way.
But
I see.
The main thing that Gon ends up taking, because like there's a whole idea that he had and he explained it, but I didn't really care. But the main thing that he brings is actually the a card that allows you to take any number of people to a certain person or place. And it's only one use, but obviously his plan is to use it to transport to his dad. And so he's got that card, and he's like, wait, but how are you going to transport to your dad? It can only be somebody you've met in the game. It's like, oh, well, that's easy. I noticed that the first person in this list that I actually met was this person. So...
Nig!
I don't know if we can...
It's okay, it's just Nig.
I don't know!
Which is...
Spell it out!
N-I-G-G.
Yes!
Which is 2 letters off from...
Something terrible.
A really
Just say
big
something terrible.
Big.
Slur.
Big.
Yes. Okay,
Big.
so it's obvious that they did not know about the word. The Japanese creators did not know about the word when they made this acronym.
And they did it in English!
The only thing that we can be thankful for is that Jean's name was not Ginger.
I don't know if we can have this joke!
I think that was the original plan, but then they were like, oh, shit.
No, because it's obvious, like, the fact that they say it, even in the English dub, they say it out loud. Of, like, if you rearrange the letter of Nig, you get Jean.
Jing changed his name from Jing to Nig.
Ah! It's so bad. But anyway, it leads to a cool thing they mention of, oh, I guess what it is that my dad brought me here when I was a baby, showed off the island, and then he dropped me off and left me for 10 years.
He made this video game, he let me play it when I was a newborn, and then dumped me.
No, he didn't even let you play it. He just showed you it, said, this is what you have to look forward to, and then dumped me.
He brought Gon to Greed Island.
Ugh. But...
As Nig.
Okay. No more, please.
But yeah, no, we get the whole thing, and he says, got it, I'm going to use a company to take me and Killua to him. And they do it. And now we're stuck at this part. We're about to see if this is really Jean or not.
They just go there and it's just a grave.
Final thoughts on this arc.
It's his grave.
Yeah.
He's fucking dead.
Final thoughts on this arc.
It had some good moments. I'm not going to rewatch it.
I'll say it had some great moments.
If
I had to rewatch, I'd rewatch the moments.
If I would rewatch Hunter x Hunter, I would skip this arc entirely.
I would say it's... Dude, okay, we've had essentially 3 arcs, right?
Uh-huh.
It's the X-Men 3 of Hunter x Hunter. It's the X-Men Last Stand.
It's the most inconsequential.
It
adds nothing.
This is the Boo
It adds
saga.
nothing. It has
except
moments that you
except
hate.
for a couple things. Biscuit,
It adds nothing.
rock, paper, scissors, and dodgeball.
Moments you hate, but other moments that you would absolutely rewatch. There's a reason why clips of X-Men Last Stand are like have so many views online.
But I'm still gonna watch.
Dude,
I'm still gonna rewatch Deadpool 2 though.
Oh yeah, but no. An example:
The
Bisky
best
and
X-Men
Razor.
movie.
Bisky and Razor. I would say the best way to put it is that those two are like the beast of this arc.
They're the highlights.
No, I mean Beast from X-Men Last Stand.
Oh,
where it was
okay.
like a character introduced in that movie that was so perfect that you're like, oh, this is awesome. Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah.
They were the Kelsey Grammer of the arc.
Kelsey Grammer. They were the Fraser Crane of that arc.
But yeah, no, that's the best way to put it because like
Goku.
everybody talks about how great like Magneto and Xavier and Logan were,
Yeah.
but no one talks about how great Kelsey Grammer was.
There were a lot of like
The dodgeball fight, that was the bridge scene of the season.
Yeah.
When I watched the TV show Frasier and then I looked at him as the Beast, I couldn't take it seriously. I just saw Fraser Crane and I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh.
Kelsey Grammer, is that you?
Yep.
Kelsey Grammer, what are you doing in there?
It's still the best portrayal, I'll say that. Like the way that he even started with him sitting on the roof, reading his book. Like, that was so beast in the comics. Or on the ceiling, and just him reading his book. That was so beast from the comics that it was perfect. But, yeah. Like, once again, there are moments in here where I would say, like, those are peak moments.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I would say, was this arc worth it? Yeah, kinda. Like, it was a good watch.
You have to watch it at least once.
You had to watch it at least once. It's one of those arcs that you had to watch at least once. Kind of like the first one. Says the person who's watched it 5 times. It still hurts. Anyway, Mayhemism.
I accidentally said it too early.
What was it?
Would you rather play this or Yu-Gi-Oh?
Really? That was your actual question?
That was going to be the Mayhemism.
Jinzu, would you rather play this or Yu-Gi-Oh?
I would rather play Dragon Quest.
Anything else?
Once again though, that's not a fair question. I would rather play Yu-Gi-Oh. 1, I'm not gonna die. 2, not as complex somehow. And 3, more fun.
All right, fine.
Dude,
fine. A better question.
I'd rather play Card Wars from Adventure Time.
Pokemon card game or Bakugan?
Or would you
The Pokemon card game or Bakugan?
Or would you rather play Gaft?
Pokemon.
Or whatever the hell it's called in Witcher.
Because
Gwent.
Bakugan as a game kind of sucked.
But it's cool because you got the cards and you got the figure and you...
If you're saying, would I rather collect the cards or would I rather collect the Bakugan? I'd collect the Bakugan.
I thought that's what it was about.
Bakugan's original game was that you had to throw a ball with a little magnet in it at the cards, magnetic card.
I know what Bakugans are.
But here's the problem: you'd have to turn the card around to see what the effect was.
Yes, it was pointless, but it was like fun and stupid. You just rolled it over, and you got like metal cards that you could like throw at people that had like density.
Have you guys seen? I think I might have shown you it at one point, Mayhem, with that video where it was like Bakugan is a terrible game, and it was like it's that one where like they have like the meme format of like the top text, bottom text.
Yeah.
With characters, and it's like, all right, I'm ready to fight you now. Bakugan brawl. It throws it. Oh, damn it!
I missed. I missed again.
Let me try again.
I missed again.
And you missed so many times. Like, hey, if you want, you can just put it down on the card. It's like, no, I'll get it. I'll do it. Roll. Yeah, I got it.
You heard.
All right, let's fight. Okay, so what does the card do?
I don't know.
Screw it. Take my ball. I don't care anymore. It's like,
Send me
wait,
to
what?
The Shadow Realm.
Like, wait, what? You do know that you have the most powerful one, right? I don't care.
I don't care.
You have the most powerful one, Dragonoid.
I don't care.
Dragonoid? The most powerful creature in this game is named Dragonoid.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Anyway.
He's gone off on something, I don't know.
Anyway.
He's saying the words again that I don't like!
Cut it all, I don't care anymore.
No, it's all in.
No, no, because you didn't get involved in it, so now I'm mad at you.
No, it's it.
Well, I'm going to stab you.
So anyway, what's next? What's next?
What is next, Duke?
Prepare for trauma.
You shutting the fuck up?
Trauma.
Prepare for Peak Hunter Hunter.
Peak
Hunter Hunter. Peak.
It's the longest arc we'll see. I think it's like how many episodes? What, like 40 or 60? It's long. But no,
that's not long. We watched One Piece.
We're 300 episodes deep in One Piece.
I'm invested in One Piece.
Yeah, but no, the big thing I will say is this is the arc that I would say the best comparison I could make of like how messed up this arc is it's the Attack on Titan of Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, that's very worrying.
It's the season 4.
Are people Oh no. Oh, I'm scared now. Are people getting eaten? Are people going to cross the ocean? Is people going to start World War I? I'm sorry, the Great War. Time travel. I'm fired!
We all have evil grins as we stare at Mayhem, questioning and answering his own questions.
And I'm questioning whether or not I should live or not. The answer may surprise you!
If you want to see more of our content, you can find our YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter on our Linktree at linktr.ee/greenvillains. That's linktr.ee greenvillains.